So to start off our hairstyle, we're just going to take out the front section and put all the back of the hair into a ponytail. I'm just going to use a net around the hair just to keep it all nice and neat while it's in a bun. I'm just going to put the hair into a centre parting, and I'm just using some of the Weller setting spray to give just a couple of sprays on each section of hair, and I'm going to use hot sticks just to get a bit of texture in the front of the hair. Now, just to show you how to put in a hot stick, so you comb through the hair so there's no tangles in it, and I like to bring the hot stick right down to the very end of the hair and then use my tail comb to tuck in the ends. And if you do this, then you know that all of the ends of your hair are going to be in a beautiful curl. If they're not quite tucked in properly, they can kick back on themselves, and that's called a fish hook. So then we roll the bendy all the way up to the top and secure it. So I'm just going to go all the way down. I'm taking slightly diagonal sections just so you can't see the partings that are left by the hot rollers when it's all brushed out. I've just turned that first bendy back on itself just so it's out of the way of the hot sticks on the other side, and I just put all the hot sticks in down the second side. So I'm going to pop the switches in. I'm just securing them in with some Kirby grips. So you want to make sure that the hot sticks have cooled down completely before you take them out, and this will ensure that the curl is nice and tight. So once you've taken them out, be sure to give the hair a really good brush through. You want to make it look like the hair's got natural texture, not that it's been set in any kind of rollers. I'm just gently backcombing the hair behind just to give me a little bit more volume and to make sure that there's no gaps in the hair. So I'm just holding the very end of the hair gently, and I'm just using my fingers just to tease out any of the texture. You can also use the end of a tail comb for this. So I'm just fanning out a few of those waves and then securing the ends with a Kirby grip. Once the ends are secured, you can have a play around with the texture a bit more until you're happy with it. And then I'm just taking out the bendies on the other side. So same thing again, I'm brushing through the hair, back combing underneath, and then I'm just smoothing over the top with my bristle brush. I'm getting some of that texture back into the hair and securing those ends in. When using wigs particularly, a lot of the roots can sit back off the face when you've set them, so I just pull those forwards to make the hairline look a bit more natural. So I'm just going to plait these three switches together. The colours are a bit different, so I'm just spreading the darker colour between each strand of the plait. And like I did in one of my other videos, I've just twisted the plait all the way around. I'm just securing it down with some pins. And you can't see very clearly here, but in the hair underneath I've placed some cross grips. These create little anchor points, which I'm then pinning the plait into. I'm now going to start fanning the plait out, just to make each of the sections a little bigger. Just using a few pins here and there just to help it all stay in place, and here is the finished look.